We're at that crunch stage of the season now, the penultimate episode of Season 1, when we start at Stamford Bridge against Manchester United. Continue, thanks for all of your support on the save so far. More thumbs up is fantastic, hitting 1,000 every single video. You guys are still dropping your comments in your numbers. Callum, thank you very much indeed for the support. Wookie Cookie with a great username as well. And Andre Lucic, thank you for your support in the comment section. Do keep those comments coming back with the feedback. Helps the algorithm, helps the channel, and gives you a chance of being on the LED board behind me as we push through. So, big episode today. Manchester United, Arsenal and Aston Villa, as well as Sims against Sheffield United and Everton, as we try and push ourselves into the top 7 at least, and maybe 6. Basically, it's 4th, 5th and 6th that we play today, and Arsenal currently 9 points ahead of us, but we could close to within 6 of them if we win our game in hand, and if we beat them, close to within 3 of them, and then the season finale really takes a step up, doesn't it? At the moment, we are on the fringes of chasing a European position, but not yet in pole position. By the end of the episode, we may well find ourselves officially, mathematically unable to qualify for the top 4, so my managerial rating is probably going to die at some point, but fingers crossed it will still be alive enough to keep me in a job for Season 2. I anticipate that it will be, but we'll see what we can do as we push forward. Everybody's fully fit, I believe. I don't think we're harbouring any injuries at the moment. We've got some loanees out, of course, and we're at full strength, which we are going to have to be. Manchester United at Old Trafford, first to begin the day, and their lineup looks as you see it there. New signing Alvaro Morata at striker, with Gerard Moreno slightly tired and on the bench. Rashford and Antony. Amrabat in the midfield with Eriksen and Bruno Fernandes, Reguilon, Lindelof, Martinez, Wan-Bissaka and Onana. They lost their last game, but prior to that they'd won 3 of their last 4. They're obviously very good, but will they be good enough here at Stamford Bridge? Marcus Rashford, one of the go-tos on Ultimate Team as ever. Marcus Rashford, very expensive. Fortunate enough to pack him twice recently, once tradable, once untradeable, but haven't played too much Ultimate Team so far this year. Here's Alvaro Morata, obviously former Chelsea. Fofana in the way of that man, Marcus Rashford. It's a nice away kit, actually. The shirt, anyway, I'm not too sure about the maroon shorts and socks, but certainly the white shirt is decent. Bruno scoops a cross out, but Enzo hacks it clear. And Nkunku, I think, used his arm. He did. Continued Manchester United pressure here. They are, obviously, one of the best sides in the division, as you can tell from the points tally and league table. And we are not at their level yet, but hopefully, at some point through Season 2, we will find ourselves at their level, both in terms of on-field ability and league position as well. Well, Reece James got space to get forward here. And Reguilon has not covered himself in glory there. And Madueke can turn inside, look for Nkunku, who could go back looking for Nono Madueke. But Christopher Nkunku decided he didn't want to kick the football, which is lovely. Thanks, pal. Appreciate that. And now Marcus Rashford's going to get in behind. DSRC will try his best to keep up, but that ain't happening. All I've got to do is hope that Rashford slows down enough for me to be able to get back to put a block in. Morata with the effort, Costa with the save. Fofana gets rid. DSRC continues that clearance. Not sure what Reece James is doing there, and now Manchester United have recovered possession again. 15 minutes in, all of the players been in this one half, but so far we've held on defensively. Free kick short for Fofana to Noni. Enzo's there, and Kuku's round the corner. First chance, first goal of the day. Manchester United paying the price for not making their pressure pay at the other end. Christopher Nkunku with a really solid finish into Enzo there. And look, Nkunku back away from one, run around the other and slam it home. Sorry, Onana. No clean sheet for you today. 1-0 Chelsea. Amrabat and Rashford. Down the line to Morata. Oh, and Bruno's in. Oh, but Bruno slices it horribly. He's got to do better than that. It just opened up for him. How he drifted into that space hole, never be able to tell you, but thankfully he's wasted the chance when it came. Thank Christ for that. Ping! Alright. Reece James apparently doesn't want to touch the football too much today. Sure what he's doing at times. Really not sure what he's doing. Bruno. Bruno again. Oh, this time his left foot's worked. Fofana stepped in. I thought he was going to get a block on it. He hasn't. And Bruno's found that far corner. He learnt from his previous mistake, and that was very well taken. I could have sworn Fofana was right in the way of that. Oh, it's gone under his foot, I think. Oh, or behind him. I can't quite tell from that camera angle. Either way, it's a remarkably accurate finish from Bruno Fernandes. We'll have a closer look here from this camera angle here. Slow it down. Fofana closing in on him. And you can see the angle is very, very tight to that bottom corner. And as Fofana comes across, I mean, in this position, you think, I've got this covered. But it goes next to him, goes behind him, and just evades the leg of Diogo Costa as well. It's an unbelievable finish. A slice of fortune about it, certainly, but still very good. Can we build, though? Can Sterling go through that gap? There is a bit of one available. Yes, he can. Away from one, away from two. That was meant for Nkunku. Oh, but the gap's opened up, and Enzo draws the save out of Anana. The fence just parted. I was like, well, I'll just run through that gap, shall I? Chile with the delivery. And underneath it, Nkunku nearly replicates the header that he got against Burnley in the last episode. Chile again. Nkunku again. Reguilon up and away. Fofana quickly out wide. Tuck this back with Chile. It's Joao Palhinha. It's comfortable. It'll be 1-1 at the break. Or will it? Or will it? Sterling drifting into space. Noni made a great run, but he was offside. Oh, dreamy ball. Madueke! Can't bend it enough. It will be 1-1 at the break, but it could have been 2. Moreno's off the bench. Finds Rashford. He's got the legs. Here's Amrabat. Back to Rashford. Oh, I can't get there. Bruno with a lovely touch. Moreno. Conor Gallagher wins it off him well. Sterling's made a good run. The question is, can I find Mudryk? That's got to be a hand. Unreal. Casemiro. And he's going to get away without a booking there. That, for me, is absolutely a yellow at the very least. I'm about to play Mykhailo Mudryk in behind and a straight foot race. And Casemiro has just done that and stopped it from going. I would have won that foot race. Absolutely. That was a... potentially could be described as a clear goal-scoring opportunity, that. Mudryk. Reece round the corner. Enzo in the middle. Oh, it's overhit. Wan-Bissaka's clearance knocks him off balance. And we're in. And Mykhailo doesn't win it for us. Good save by Anana. Cleared away by the defender. And that will be the final whistle. A point only against Manchester United, but it could have been worse. It could have been less. It will be... what? Dear me. It will be just the 1 point, but we have to be kind of satisfied with that. But Newcastle beating Everton is not necessarily what I needed on this particular match day weekend, unfortunately. I could have done with a win, and Newcastle not winning. As it happens, it's gone the opposite way. We will stay 8th and fall slightly further behind again. It's Sheffield United next. Our former team, of course. Final save of FC23. Final save of FIFA 23. They've lost 3 of the last 5, only drawn the other 2. I mean, it goes without saying that this is a winnable game, doesn't it? We were able to get the win against Burnley in the last episode in a sim. I hope that this is going to be the same, but evidently we are going to have to make a couple of changes for stamina. So we'll throw Martson at right back and Badiashile into the defence. I may throw Gallagher in there as well. And maybe Mudryk gets to start ahead of Noni Madueke. Other than that, we will be, as you would expect us to be, away from home here at Bramall Lane. Can we get the dub? Corner really early on. Sterling delivers. Oh, and Nkunku wins it again. Looking for the near bottom corner rather than the far top as he did against Burnley, and missing the target. It's a good block. And again, it's fallen. Sheffield United lead. Sheffield United lead at Bramall Lane. Davies in the middle. Slams home. Tom Davies, formerly of Everton. Blocked well once. Laid off into him. And, Disasi just straight up misses it. Comes out for it here, look. And could have got there. Nowhere near it in the end. And Tom Davies couldn't miss. For all of our first half pressure, we fall behind. Hamer, McBurney. It's 2-0 Sheffield United. That's game over. They're doing enough to try and keep themselves in the Premier League here. Sheffield United, and it is working for them, unfortunately for us. Oh, Ryan Brewster skipped away from the challenge there, and he's in behind. Ryan in the box. Defender came across. It was Disasi again. I mean, I think he tried to make a tackle. It looked like he just ran up and ran off. Let's just see it again. He's come across here, Disasi, as Brewster breaks into the box, and he's just... I can't explain that to you. He's just run across him. He's not even tried to make a tackle. He's just run past Ryan Brewster, who's then shot and scored. Table flip. Third goal was the last kick of the game. It's a gutting defeat away from home at Bramall Lane. We can only hope to be better against Everton next time out. Newcastle drew, which helps us. Spurs lost, which I don't think helps us. I think they're uncatchable above us, but still. Newcastle are the team we're concentrating on first, one team at a time, going upwards in the table. I don't want to start looking over my shoulder because we continue to lose games again, but that wasn't good enough. Everton next, lining up very, very defensively in a 4-1-4-1, as they always tend to do. Their form is inconsistent, to say the least. No pattern there whatsoever, really, is there, other than loss, win. But draw, loss, win is not really great form. Everton, I don't believe, are threatened with relegation. We, at the minute, are trying to threaten to get towards the top 6 and guarantee European football at home this time. Can we get the result? Seamus Coleman's retiring, apparently. Nkunku. Just a little flick back to Noni. I think it's Reece James that's all the way forward there. Only Madueke is Reece James. He's found Enzo Fernandez. Sterling's made a good run. Enzo drifts past the rash slide tackle, and Nkunku has to shoot, does, and Pickford makes the save. Good attempt. Nice move. Reece James on the corner. Delivers. Flicked across. Sterling! Flicked across by the defender, who couldn't completely clear it. And that is just the start to this game I needed to restore my faith in this team. Have a look at the replay. Good delivery by Reece James. It was the defender that flicked it. And on the volley, Sterling on his own and excellently tucked away into that bottom corner. Beautiful technique. That's a top quality goal from a top quality player. Option on this left-hand side. You can see him getting forward. Presume it's Dwight McNeil. Jack Harrison. Beto. They're in the box here, Everton. Doucouré. Equaliser. They've buried it. It's a good move. Not sure about that away kit for Everton, but they certainly put together a good move of football there. Linia to Sterling. It's ball into Christopher Nkunku. Is he going to give us the lead again? He's gone on a lovely solo run. He is going to give us the lead again. Sorry, Everton. You thought you were back in it. You are not. How far did he run back from there? Nkunku's nearly the halfway line and slammed home. Nice. James with the delivery. Sterling with it. Oh, my God. We scored. Sterling with the header that flicked it towards the back post, and Fofana turns it home. That will be victory for Chelsea then. A third goal for us. Sterling, of all people, winning that header and flicking it on. The keeper saves it. It's not a bad finish from Fofana from close range, is it? Coleman tried his best on the line, but couldn't keep it out. 3-1, that'll be the victory. We've got a corner. We scored from our last. We won't be scoring from this one. We don't need to. The referee blows his final whistle, and that will be a 3-1 win at home against Everton. Lovely stuff. Enjoyed that to a point. Now we've got 2 further played games against Arsenal and Aston Villa. So with the way the fixtures have gone, Arsenal are now only 5 points clear of us, and we have a game in hand. Obviously Newcastle are still in the way, but 6th spot is coming back towards us, which just makes some of those other games we've lost even more frustrating to have lost them, like the Sheffield United one. If we were on 50 points with a game in hand, we could go above Arsenal with this next game, but it is what it is. We have to play them now, so if we beat them now, we will be 2 points behind them with a game in hand. Who have Newcastle got this particular match day? They play Crystal Palace away on the on the 24th, not the 23rd. Aston Villa. Yeah, we're not going to catch them, are we? We're not going to catch Aston Villa. Top 4 is gone. The board is still just about happy enough with me. But at some point in the not too distant future, that is going to change. Arsenal will be playing with a 4-3-3. Ramsdale, Zinchenko, Saliba, Gabriel, Tomiyasu. Wow, their last 5 games. 3 straight defeats and 2 draws. Arsenal are falling off. Why? We're not sure, but we'll hopefully, we'd love to, continue that process. London forever before the Emirates game. It's pretty cool. New edition this year, obviously. Hopefully there's no copyright strike that comes in because of it. It'd be typical if there was. Arsenal starting a strong team here, but their form has been terrible. Let's take advantage of it. Still Martinelli. Oh, nice. And now Martinelli. Oh, picks out Thomas Partey brilliantly. Nobody tracks the run, and Diogo Costa gets down to make a good save. He can't quite believe the defensive marking either. Tell me about it, Diogo. Martinelli with the delivery. It's up, it's in, it's away by Raheem. Thomas Partey. Oh, lovely back heel. Martinelli. I mean, Saka scores, but I hate to go on about it. I do, genuinely. I know you think I enjoy ranting and raving about the game, but look at my 3 midfielders there. Number 8, number 17, number 25 just stood motionless on the edge of the box. Like, the ball comes in, you can see them all there. Palhinha, Enzo Fernandez and Caicedo. Notably, Enzo Fernandez, who is the centre mid, is seemingly always or very regularly more retreated than the 2 CDMs, but practically motionless the entire time, just gently walking towards the box, not engaging with any of the players around them whatsoever, walking. Enzo can see Saka in front of him, who's obviously going to get the ball now, and just pays no attention to him whatsoever, just looks at him, watches him score the goal, in fact backs away, and Arsenal lead by a 1-0. I will go on about this until I am blue in the face. Fofana into Caicedo. Noni's made the run. Noni will be found. Can we instantly respond? Trying to cut this back from Nkunku. I get fortunate that Saliba's touch is poor, and Ramsdale makes a very good save to stop us getting the goal. Ramsdale starting here. Not that lucky in real life at the minute. David Raya's the man, but he maybe could have caught that, not taking the risk. Madueke will knock this down. Oh, am I going to get lucky with the way it falls again? No, Gabriel will clear. 1-0 down here. Trying my best to get level. Here's Thomas Partey. I thought he was going to go inside, he went out. Thought he was going to go outside, he went in. He's forgot to take the ball with him though, so Disasi will come away with it. Looking for Raheem. In behind Tomiyasu, who he can probably expose a little bit for a lack of pace, but defensive positioning is probably going to be good for him, which it wasn't there for Gabriel. And Nkunku buries it. Gabriel stepped. He came out and was like, what are you doing? I think you'll find the other 10 people on the pitch need to turn around and go, what are you doing to you, Gabby? Because that was terrible defending from you. At least he actually engaged rather than just standing there. But he stepped, tried to get there, mistimed, his run. And Nkunku doesn't make any mistakes with his finish. We are level. Serdegaard is dummy with a step over strike. Legendary, that goes tops. Gonna have to go Chile and then look for Sterling. And can he give the defenders the run around again? It looks like it. Sterling's in. Ramsdale leaping away. That's an excellent stop. Noni Madueke back into Nkunku though. Here's Reece James on his left. Maybe Reece. No. Havertz on the run. Havertz on the run. Havertz on the run. Oh my God! Bukayo Saka. Starboy at it again. No complaints about this one. That's just pure quality. Wow. That's what Bukayo Saka can do to you. That's worthy of a replay. We'll just sit back and applaud that one. Kai Havertz off the bench provides the assist. And Saka out of this world. Come on. I need to do it now. Gallagher. Noni. It has to be now. Wasn't meant for you, but you're in here, Chile. Oh, and Nkunku was waiting. He was waiting at the back post. It's a 2-1 defeat to Arsenal. Sensational match winner from Bukayo Saka that absolutely deserves to take the win. Liverpool win, Aston Villa draw, but they're too far ahead of us to worry about, really. It's Newcastle we now need to lose tomorrow in game. Otherwise, we might be having to settle for 8th place. So a poor start to the season that may well be costly at the end of it, but we won't give up our fight until we certainly can't finish any higher than 8th. Gonna keep grinding, gonna keep going, and it's Villa we have next. With a gap of 16 points to Manchester United in 5th and Aston Villa in 4th, I believe with 5 games to go, the top 4 is officially beyond us. Arsenal's still just catchable, although losing to them in that last game has probably killed any hope of 6th. So we're now battling with Newcastle for a 7th placed finish and hoping that everything goes as we need it to elsewhere, that we get a Europa Conference League position. Aston Villa having a wonderful season. They could be a great team to do a career mode with this year. And they've signed Julian Alvarez as well. They've improved yet further. Diaby does start this time. He didn't last. Gusto on the bench for them after they met his release clause heading into the January transfer window. So a really good side. Alex Chambers at centre-back is probably the only weak link, you'd say. Maybe Jacob Ramsey on the left-hand side. He isn't as good as Leon Bailey, but it's still a really good team. We're going to have to be at our best to win here. And we haven't been at our best of late. Ollie Watkins shows elite level interception skills and defensive capabilities. Diaby's a bit quick, isn't he? Got sent off against us 2 games in a row for Aston Villa in the Sheffield United save. And that's a goal kick as Ramsey got the final touch. Thank the Lord. We have officially the worst away record in the division. Lovely. Touch from Jacob Ramsey was a bit heavy. He's going to find Ollie Watkins here. Hat-trick hero from the Brighton game at the weekend. Turn away and clear away. Oh, it wasn't really cleared away, was it, mate? Kamara, well in Enzo. And Nkunku, turn away, clear away. Right, Moreno against Mudryk for pace is probably only going to end one way, I hope. And we're in. And Nkunku needs to just position himself well, which he has done. Here's Enzo. We will go for one more. And Sterling! There's a breakaway goal for Chelsea against Aston Villa. We can play well. We just need to be more consistent. James. I don't know why he's done that. I couldn't tell you. And Nkunku looking to beat the man. And Enzo. Oh, Emi Martinez is so good. He's really, really, really good. Delivery from Reece James from the corner. Sterling. He's not good enough to stop that, though. Raheem the Dream with a brilliant header. Quite similar to the one that Nkunku scored against Burnley a few episodes ago. This one, though, not lobbing over the keeper, just spinning away from him. Thankfully, he's up against a really small... Actually, it was Ollie Watkins he was up against, who's not tiny, to be fair. But Ollie just doesn't attack it properly. Sterling... Oh, what a header. That is top draw. Not quite as good as Bukayo Saka's effort, which is probably the best goal of the entire save so far. But that header is right up there with one of the best goals of the entire save so far. Watkins, oh, he's got away from it. I'm going to try and come across here. Try and cover it. Julian Alvarez, Diogo Costa down low to make the save. Changes being made by both teams. That's Chambers off for them and John McGinn on. Must be a change in formation, maybe? They wouldn't surely have put John McGinn at centre-back, I wouldn't imagine. It's a goal kick for us now. I will check. You playing John McGinn at centre-back, lads? No. Oh, they've moved Kamara back to centre-back. That's a good move. Our goal difference isn't going to turn around enough between now and the end of the season for it to matter too much, so we can be a little bit more gung-ho in certain situations. Leon Bailey off the bench here. Could go for goal. Will do. Scores a very good driven goal. In the last seconds of the second half, he's buried that really well indeed. Unfortunately for them, it's not going to mean anything because the ref's going to blow his final whistle. So we get a win against Villa, but the defeat to Arsenal, and even more frustrating, the defeat to Sheffield United in quite such embarrassing fashion. Unfortunately mean that our top 4 battle is gone. Spurs and Arsenal are playing now. They've just kicked off. It's 0-0. As we advance forward towards the West Ham game, we'll find out what the league table looks like. With 4 games to go for us, 12 points available, we are 8 points behind Arsenal. 5 points behind Newcastle, who also have 4 games to go. They've got Burnley away. Newcastle also have Brighton at home, which is not straightforward. Arsenal have Manchester United away. Newcastle also have Manchester United away as well. Arsenal have Everton at home. Newcastle have Brentford away, which is going to be a relatively easy game for them. I am praying we make it into 4th. We might not, but we will give everything to do so. We certainly won't finish any lower than 8th at the moment, with a 6-point gap below us and a game in hand. But with 4 games to go for the season finale tomorrow, we will give our all to try and make it into a European spot for next season. Give absolutely everything. Whether the board still want me here next season if we fail, I don't know. I think they will, but we'll wait and see, shall we? Thank you very much for watching today. Join me for the season finale tomorrow. Drop the video a like if you've enjoyed. Subscribe to the channel if you haven't already. Go and join me on Twitch to see all future episodes recorded live of this save and the My Player that's going on the second channel. You'll find a link to that in the description down below and the Twitch channel too. But for now, that's all for me. I'll see you later.